Hello and welcome to another Overlord theory video, and today we will talk about one very uncomfortable thing. The hungry hippo of D&D. The Dungeon Master's extended middle finger to any unruly and sometimes just very overconfident parties. Or as Australia knows it, the Tarrasque. Yes, my last sentence was technically correct, the best kind of correct, since D&D is also played there. But before we go over Dungeons & Dragons' great devourer, let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel. The reason for this theory is rooted in two things. Number one, expectation. Since a Tarrasque would or rather should be able to both threaten the subterranean tomb of Nazarick and be a challenge to even the Floor Guardians. And number two, plausibility, since it was already confirmed that powerful entities that could withstand the Floor Guardians' wrath, at least for a time, and even surpass them in some aspects, still walk the face of this new world, which was confirmed in the side story with the rather grim dark pseudo voodoo. Seriously, the demon tree had so much HP that Aura, a level 100 ranger, couldn't fully grasp it. And if this thing can exist without the world ending, then a Tarrasque should also be possible. Now you might wonder, what even is a Tarrasque? Well, aside from very hungry, it is one of D&D's big bads. An abomination, clad head to toe in protective carapace, armed with claws, giant horns, its fleshy muscular tail and the ability to devour anything. Just to illustrate what I mean, this thing is quite literally a god-eater. Since anything it devours will lose its magic properties, deities will die in its stomach. Furthermore, since it is pretty much confirmed that Platinum Dragonlord will live, another hostile lizard might take its place and, for example, finally provide Gargantua with some action. Now, why do you assume that Gargantua might be the one to battle it? Well, given the strength of a Tarrasque in D&D, it is possible that it will have its stats maxed out, just like the Golem. And seeing a titanic fight between two giant monsters, one living and one a construct, would be epic. But then again, Gargantua might shine during the defense of the Dragon Kingdom against the Beastman Nation. But so far it had very little screen time and therefore he might get to shine that way. Now, how might our almighty Overlord stumble upon this opponent? Well, he is going to the Elven Kingdom for a holiday, and he takes the twin Floor Guardians with him. Aura is, as mentioned, a ranger, able to find and locate anything inside a forest, and also a very skilled beastmaster, who also has acquired quite a lot of knowledge about how New World forests work, since she scouted and later pacified the Forest of Top. And Mare is rather earthquake intense, and therefore he might accidentally rouse the dorment Tarrasque from its subterranean cave, or at the very least draw its attention, since his earthquakes could probably be felt for many kilometers, especially because he is currently building a dungeon anyway. So the opportunities would be there. Additionally, the Elf King, despite him being unable to sire strong offspring, and not for a lack of trying, had managed to abduct the strongest godkin of the theocracy, and was confident to beat Zeshi, which would put him somewhere between level 70 and 90. Though if he is that strong, the lack of potent offspring with a high level cap seems odd. So maybe he has something up his sleeve. Additionally, he wanted to use his offspring to conquer the world for him, which would be flat out unnecessary if he is stronger than even Zeshi, or at least as the strongest godkin before his daughter. Considering the proximity of the slain theocracy and that one of the 6 great gods was elvish in nature, maybe the Tarrasque was just another high-level summoning, like the Cherubian Gatekeepers, or the Hanzos, or the 8-edged assassins. So like the Sunlight Scripture summoned a, by their standards, highest level angel, maybe the Elven King managed to obtain a summoning crystal of a Tarrasque. and thus was able to pressure the Godkin to follow him, rather than overwhelming and abducting her. Now this constellation would mean that Aura and Mara will be the ones to fight the Tarrasque. Should, and I stress this again, should one appear in volume 15. Another theory assumes that the Tarrasque was one of the evil deities that ate its fill, and went back straight to sleep underground, while the war against its brethren was still raging, so therefore it might be still around and awakened during one of Mara's earthquakes in volume 15, or even as part of the aftermath of volume 14. And the last theory is that the Tarrasque is the one that had sunk in the city Platinum Dragonlord and Rigid Bearskaru talked about, which would lead to its appearance once the city itself comes into the story. And now, since its discovery and potential opponents are more or less clear, there's just one question left. What should be done with it? Well, since this bad boy operates in a permanent state of Lupus Regina Beta provided healthcare already, meaning that it's able to heal itself passively, continuously, and regenerate even from a single remaining cell, even while being attacked relentlessly, though usually it will rebuild itself from the largest remaining cell lump, and therefore it would be a prime candidate. An absolute treat for Demiurge's own pet project, the Happy Farm. Again, a Tarrasque could be the very equivalent of Gargantua, meaning all of his stats, except intelligence, are maxed out. So from its skin, organs, and blood, all manners of potions, weapons, gear, material items, resources, and many other useful things could be endlessly extracted. Though if this is the case, Aura would be disappointed if she can't have it as her version of a cute lizard puppy, though it is probably for the best since Aura's beastie summons already include a king of the lizards. But that's another topic entirely. And maybe this demonic tree right here was the New World's version of a Tarrasque already, considering that it also awakens to devour everything in its path, and then goes straight back to sleep again. And I never realized how relatable the rapidly regenerating reptile of D&D is. But anyway, this is the Tarrasque theory in a nutshell. And it has been around pretty much since the first time something big was foreshadowed, and I'm sure we will see another iteration of the theory right until the end of Overlord, or until its appearance. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Adam J, Al Capone, Andy, Angel of Death, Bad Guy Yi, Boyzilla, Chrissy, Conquer All, Diabetic Centaur, Dystopia, Elika Birchleaf, Phalis Catus, Thoralchivan, Forbus Gurupulon, Gigafight, Ghost of Epicness, Hector Marino, Black Phoenix Emperor, Hoss, Huster, Janabi, Jason, Kleinator, Chromius, Large, Lifa, Legendarius, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Lord Ulbatalane Oddle, Luces Ollie, Lexus Fox, Majima, Mad C, Marcos, Michael R, Mr. Shoes, Mindless Rev, Minnow 13, Mirtis, Nfirias Potion, Primus 11, Sasuga Einsama, Sebastian, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Surge, Sparkly Unicorn, Sunlight, the Orc Warboss, Rock Ed Smasher, Vash Hawkeye, Zoggo Bane of a Lot, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, over and out.